Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rival Bros. Match day 10 is in the books, and what a difference a week makes. All is right in the world again. Liverpool wins, above in standings above United's, and United does not win. The dude's hair is back to its regular scheduled programming. I am your host, Timucin, over here, representing Liverpool, of course. And switching to a hoodie, is it getting cold in Istanbul over there, or the Old Trafford is so empty the wind is blowing, or what's going on?
It is a cool morning, and it's only 8:30 in the morning.
Yes,
So
we have extended the leads. Well, you have extended the lead to 9 hours now in difference. So it's going to be harder and harder to schedule these, but we'll make it happen one way or the other. Okay, match day 10 is in the books. Um, a huge difference for Liverpool's sake. I don't know if it is as big of a like. I know you expected to win against
yeah,
Forest, but do you take it as here we go again, another
no,
we trip again kind of a deal, or because they did take the lead, but to be fair, it was more Forest playing even when they did take the lead. And of
yeah,
course, as always, the goal came from, and it's Murphy's Law, and I'm not saying it's United, but whenever there is a bullshit foul or a corner kick given wrongly, it always results in a goal somehow. And that's what happened in Casemiro's goal.
yeah. That's the first one. No, I think it was a game of a crazy 2 minute break, wasn't it? A minute and a half when we conceded two. Uh, I think we can still take the positives. We are not playing for the championship. That's a definite. So it is now, from now on, the Forest away game will be a difficult one. I think you can see, well, first of all, because it's a United game, the Forest players were more motivated, obviously, but plus your guy Shandash is making his mark, trying to make his mark there as well, and they are 4 points. Uh, the thing is, we could actually walk away with it, no matter what sort of the game looked like. But it's a minute and a half where we sort of slept through in the beginning of the second half. So we couldn't
Which
get
has
away
been a
from the
disease for United, by the way. I know Goldbridge always talks about it, like the coming out to the second half, almost
yeah.
like out of it a little bit. That was I know it was more of a Ten Hag thing than probably, well, with Emery. For the most part, it was the entire game was kind of sleepwalking, it felt like. But now I know, like, Ten Hag era, beginning of a second half was always like horrific. I remember our game, the 7-0 game, like it just started,
Correct.
for example, beginning of second half and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's not terrible points to lose, but I think, as any fan base does, kind of like how Liverpool fan base just went this freaking totally wrong direction after some poor results, some ridiculous, as Van Dijk himself put it, ridiculous takes online. And then it felt like United was on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. You get it from being like, well, Amarim out, to yes, baby, we're back. So this feels like, back to semi-reality, but it's not a terrible points to lose.
No, I think
Like,
the fight back was more valuable after 1-2. The way the
okay,
team reacted and came back with a point, because usually the uh, the United that we are used to, unfortunately, would lose those points,
true.
although and maybe concede one more. So kept our heads cool and fought back, get a point from that away game. The guy keeps on his PR thing as well, so I think he would be happy. I think he will be very
Oh, he is
disappointed.
probably thrilled, dude. I mean, he will
Yeah,
be like, he
yeah,
was almost irrelevance.
yeah,
Irrelevance. I mean, he was
yeah,
just going to be a dude with normal hair in no time.
exactly. Yeah.
I really think he just, like, even at this point, if he gets a haircut, he's just gonna get like, just take like a quarter of an inch off from all around, so I can keep going around like this. I don't think he's getting the whole thing cut off and becoming a normal dude.
No,
Yeah.
that
So he's safe now, right? They had to win 5 games in a row. fair. That's
He's
kind of like
safe.
a ballsy thing.
He's safe for another 2 months at least because there's the international break as well.
Oh yeah, he's safe. He's safe. He'll be famous yet for another 2 months. I guess we got that
Yeah.
going for us. Let's take a look at the scores. Go through the games real quick. Palace 2, Brentford 0. Palace back to winning ways, and that's a really, really tough place to go to. We almost got out of there, aside from a last-minute goal, but that's a tough place to go to. We talked about your guys' game, Forest
Well,
2.
actually, that's not very true, is it? The last time you were there was about 10 days ago, where they trashed you 3-0. You don't count it because the team didn't.
You know what? Yeah, why do
You
I
forgot about
think
that
of it
game, didn't
as
you?
the
Very
I'm saying
conveniently.
confusing it with no. Wait. Yeah, because you're confusing it with that was first of all, that was an Anfield.
Ah, was it?
Yes, but that was the league game. I was referring to the league game where didn't we go there already? Am I like mixing up my
No, no. You
schedules
lost
over
a lot.
here?
You lost a lot to Palace this year.
Palace, yes, unfortunately, and that's been like a problem over there. Obviously, we lost in the Community Shield,
Yeah,
but no, the one we lost 2-1. Yes, last
you
minute
lost to
goal,
one.
90
Yeah,
plus 7.
correct.
But no, I do not count, as really most fans should not count, the 3-0 one. That was clearly the moment the lineup came out that it was a thrown off game. Like we were
Yeah,
not. That's what made this weekend's game so important. I think
yeah,
you had to win this one after what you did midweek because you clearly said, "Yeah, we don't care about this one."
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I was okay with that, and yeah, I do not count that. I know for people who kind of wanted to be slot out and stuff like that, it was a good way to, you know,
Yeah.
pile on, if you will. But I don't think, it was like any other League Cup game. When Klopp trotted out the kids, nobody cared. I think because we were in a losing streak, everybody
Yes.
wanted that to be the next game to be the turnaround game. But now, especially after today, which we'll talk about that, but I mean, after today, it shows that it was the right move to throw that out, refocus, have these guys actually practice, go out there on Sunday or Saturday, actually take care of business, and then go out there today, really, really take care of business and play well both games and stuff like that. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
do not count that. Let's go back to the games here. I
So, well,
totally
it's a good win for Palace because Brentford is not an easy team to play.
no, especially when they're away. They're not as dangerous on the counter as they used to be. But yeah, I mean, Palace is like just a tricky place to go to, man. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not a good. It's definitely not an easy 3 points to take over there. Burnley 0, Arsenal 2. I mean,
That was my upset pick.
was
Uh,
it really?
yeah.
Um, I mean, the thing with Arsenal is they're not conceding. I don't think they've conceded. I think Yali was talking about on Discord. I don't think they've conceded in the Champions League yet. And then
No.
they don't concede a
Yesterday
lot
again.
of goals. They
Yeah.
get them from the set pieces. The first goal again came from like the set piece action. Do you see a scenario where they suddenly start tripping up, almost like what Liverpool went through, like a bad 2-week period where City and Liverpool get back in the mix
Yeah,
instantly?
one would wish for Arteta. But they are now steaming ahead, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, if it was any other team, if it was United or if it was Liverpool, you would feel invincible. You wouldn't care where the goals are coming from because they are
No.
going to get set pieces anyway.
Would you? Okay, let me ask you this. First of all, as a United fan, who would you rather win the title?
I don't know. I
Who
don't
would
really
hurt the least? Let's ask that way.
hurts.
Or bug. I don't know whatever word you want to lose.
No, I don't think it would in any case because we are not a contender. You see, I don't
No,
think.
I understand that, but even
Yeah,
if we're not contending, I would rather have, I don't know, let's say Tottenham win than United win.
yeah,
I mean, it's
because
about
that's
a rivalry.
that's
Like,
because
let's
you're
say,
a Liverpool
if
fan.
Fenerbahce doesn't win, I think we would agree that we rather have Besiktas win, for example, than
Yeah,
Galatasaray.
yeah.
In that sense, that's why I'm asking. As a
I
United
wouldn't I
fan,
wouldn't be too bothered with an Arsenal championship because
really, Arteta winning a title doesn't
yeah,
bother you?
well, I think he deserved it, to be honest.
No.
He's been there. He's been there building this up for ages. For ages. Now, how many
Honestly,
years
what I would worry more is because I think the thing that stands in the way of Arsenal is the fact that, well, one, they're Arsenal, so they find a way to trip over themselves. If they do go past the season where they do not, I would be afraid that it would open a lot of other doors
Yeah,
in the future because they
definitely.
would stop stripping. There would be a bit more of a belief. Then again, we thought that with Spurs when they finally won a trophy, and that didn't pan out like that either. So, but yeah, I mean, I think the way it seems pretty methodical and like
Yeah.
not like last minute goals or anything like that. They've been cruising, and I think it goes back to, I mean, Slot keeps talking about this in terms of not conceding goals and winning the set piece battle, and they're doing it constantly. I think that's why he keeps bringing it up because they're proof that that's enough to win and win on a
Yeah.
consistent basis there. So let's go back to the board over here. Brighton 3, Leeds 0.
That's an easy game, I think. That was an easy game
That
for
was an
Brighton.
easy game, yes.
Yeah.
I only saw the highlights. I did not watch the game, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy how Brighton plays. And the thing with Leeds is, I mean, they're so open still, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just like it's entertaining to watch, but yeah, they're just like way too open. But the thing that's going for them is they can get goals, and there are teams worse than them.
Yeah.
So when we were talking about in the earlier in the season, they 3 up, 3 down and stuff. That's what they got going for them. We'll look at the standings in a little bit over here, but where are they at right now? They are 16th right now.
So they will be struggling to stay up as we predicted.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're match day 10 games in now. So it's starting to shape up on the bottom, and you can
Yeah, almost
Sunderland being the exception, obviously, but Burnley is 17th, Leeds is 16th. But we'll get to this because yes, we had to talk about this and mock you to death because Fulham
yes, I know.
3, Wolves 0, and we had to mock you to death because Vitor, our boy from Fenerbahce days, we both like Vitor as a manager, like how he carries himself, his philosophy and stuff like that. You were here, I think, episode 2 or 3 or something, saying, see, this is the way to do it. To prove to your team, you signed the guy to an extension to show that he is the man. And then I think they took a lead one game. I think it was against Leeds, actually. And then they
Yeah,
lost that game at the end anyway. And
that's
now
right.
he is fired.
He's fired. Well, I think that's the way to go. At least they tried. Uh, because have you read the club statement after he left?
No, anything special or the usual? We thank him for his
No,
service.
well, the usual plus. It's talking about last season, and it's sort of uh, I thought that meant that. I mean, you stayed this long for the sake of what you did last season, so count yourself lucky that you found week 10. That's what I read, because I think they owed it to him to at least try and
But then why
stay
give a
behind.
contract?
Exactly my point. To make a point that they are actually behind them, not just saying that, but yes, we are behind them, and we are making a contract to show the players that this guy is going to stay until week 10.
He's here at least for another 2.5 months. I mean, here's the thing. That is still poor management, I think, because either you made a really wrong call in standing behind Vitor in the first place, there were other problems,
Yeah,
or you just flip-flop too easily. You couldn't stay the course. And
but
now that you're considering Ten Hag to replace
oh
him,
yes, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
is
That's the
I don't
hint.
know which one is
That's
worse.
is bad management. No, but if you go back, um, some sort of loyalty of because of what he did last season, and I mean, when he came in, Wolves were doing real bad, and he had a very
Yeah,
good run.
but
So
that's like the new manager smell, right? It's like sometimes it wears off. Well, not at least this
wow,
time.
yeah, but it took a long time to wear off, at least a
Well,
season.
that's because it was the summer, the heat, the heat kept it in. But I mean,
Yeah,
so that's my thing. I mean, it's just giving them the contract. I know what you were saying then And I would be all for it if you were still there saying, no, we signed him to a contract. This is the guy, kind of a thing. We've
Yeah.
seen teams do that where they're like, you know what, we know we're going down, but he's the guy who's going to bring us back up, kind of a deal. Like he is the right man for this club, kind of a thing. And I thought when they did the contract, that was the statement being made.
Yes.
Like, even if we go down, this is still our guy. He'll be the one to bring us back up. He fits the club. This is what we want. If you're doing that, you can't go 4 weeks later and be like, nope, thanks for everything. You're lucky you stayed this long.
There's this thing with the Portuguese, isn't it? I think this, if this was a German guy or a British guy, I think he would stay on. I don't know what's with the Portuguese there. I don't know what passed on. I mean, if did they keep saying like our famous story from Ömer Seyfettin, the diet. You remember that
Hold on, this is another
there's,
great
there's,
Turkish thing
there's a
coming
there's a
out. What
famous
is this?
in Turkish literature. There's this blacksmith, and there's this guy who works for him, and he does something wrong, and because of it's the old times, it's the Shariat. Uh, the judge decides to cut his arm off, but this blacksmith gets in and says, "I'm going to make. I need his arm. I will be sort of carrying the burden. He will be right from now on." So he
Okay.
saves his arm, but every day he comes back to him and says, "If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have your arm." Blah 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 blah. And one day the guy cuts his own arm and leaves his thing. You remember this? You don't remember this, really?
Dude, I don't know. I honestly, as you're getting old, I think you're just making up shit and then like saying it like it was a thing to me, and I don't remember it from when I was back there or something. But yeah, or these came out after I left. I don't know what it is, but I don't
No,
remember
no, Ömer
anything like
Seyfettin, this is a very old tale, isn't it? It is a very old tale. Of course,
it
you
must
know.
be because you know it and I don't. Yeah, it
Yeah,
must it
exactly.
must be extremely old. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, yada yada
Yeah.
yada.
So I think
Vitor is gone.
Maybe Vitor says he's my arm. Let me go now.
I mean, but then even worse, he says here is Eric Ten Hag's head. I mean,
Yeah.
that makes zero sense. Especially, I don't even understand what the hell happened in Bayer Leverkusen. By the way, right? That's where he went, right?
Yeah.
Leverkusen.
Yeah. What?
Like, I don't even know
20,
what the hell happened there. Like, that
20
was
days?
lightning fast.
20.
But it was a lot about, like, it wasn't just like what was happening on the pitch, like all the the
No.
stuff that came out afterwards was like behind the scenes. Nobody in the club liked him, nobody in the building liked him, and stuff like that. Like, everybody hates you, kind of a thing, and they fire them. And Wolves are like, we'll take you. Like, I just don't understand the thinking over there. But I mean, yes, he knows the Premier League, let's say, but not in a successful way.
No. Exactly. I mean, what is his credentials so that he comes back to the Premier League? I have no idea.
He's been close to the relegation zone with United. I bet you that's the credential.
Okay, nice one, nice one. Uh, I think he will fail miserably again, especially to Wolves. This is the thing, isn't it? But what you're saying now, you were saying now, uh, anybody that comes in, the management is also saying that we will be probably going down, but this is the guy that will bring
Yeah.
us back up next season. So I think that should be
Yeah,
the
I don't
mentality.
think you're saying that now, though. When you bring in a new guy now, I don't think you're saying that. If you sign Vitor when they were already in the relegations or to an extension, I think that's when you're saying that. Hey, this guy is going to be here for a long run. Stay up, stay down, whatever. This is our guy. He fits the club. We like him. When you bring in Ten Hag now and replace the manager, I think you're saying this guy will help us stay up. What makes you say that is beyond me, because aside from like keeping United close to the relegation zone over there, it's not like, you're bringing like a guy who's used to saving teams from relegation or like has experience in quick turnarounds. Like he's all about time, time, time. You don't have time, bro. Like you're already so many points down. So it has to be someone who can come in and say, we got to make these tweaks and start getting a point at a time, whether it's a draw or whatever. Ten Hag is going to come in and play some open game, and it's just going to look ridiculous, I think, over there. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like I say, the management decisions back to back to back over there, just not very smart. I mean, it's not official yet, by the way. They do have Gary O'Neill, Rob Edwards, and Michael Carrick as candidates too.
Carrick, really?
Yeah, Gary O'Neill, maybe. I mean, like I said, you gotta bring somebody in that sense, especially if you're gonna do. Hey, worst case scenario, he'll bring us back up. He's used to championship and stuff like that. But let's talk about this. Couple of interesting things to talk about over here. Tottenham 0, Chelsea 1. I think we were watching this together and chatting online as we were keeping an eye on it, right? First of all, the worst, I was talking about this on Monday morning show. I think it's like the worst last 10, 15 minutes ever played by a team trying to get a goal.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't even just cross the ball into the box. Nothing. Like I was like, what are you guys even trying to do? It was horrible 10, 15 minutes. Yeah. And it's like a typical Tottenham thing. The biggest story that came out afterwards, I don't know if you saw this or not, is Spence and Van der Ven blowing off Frank as he's walking onto the pitch.
Really?
He's trying to, I mean, they did come out and apologize afterwards and stuff, but he's trying to tell him something. It looks like he's mostly talking to Spence, but Spence waves his arm off. And then Frank is like literally left staring at him as they walk off. They're walking off the pitch, and Frank is, I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 steps to the pitch. The reason I asked you this is we were talking about this on the Monday morning show, and I asked Chats at the time. They were talking about this on TV, and Gary Neville and Lee Dixon were on in the studio. And Neville was saying, like, when they lose, they should just, clap the fans from the sideline and get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
It's one thing to go out there when you win and stuff like that. Lee Dixon is more old school. He was like, win or lose, don't come out there. It's the place for players, like the pitches for the players kind of thing. You can applaud the fans from where you're at and all that kind of stuff. Where are you at with that? Because they brought up a point, which is true. I mean, heck, you're older than I am. We never saw post-match stuff unless you were at the game before.
No.
Like now that it's become entertainment, we see them going over there and hugging and kissing and, like all that kind of stuff, or crying, whatever the reaction is. We see all that stuff. In the past, it cut to a shitty TV show the moment game was over and stuff like that. But where are you at with managers? Like, what do you want your manager to do, I guess?
I think I'm with Dixon on this. Get the hell out of there and go to your locker room where you belong. I think that's the thing. Okay. The other thing. I mean, the players that go and applaud the away, for example, fans, or just sort of like a thank you as they walk off the pitch, because the show is over, man. 90 minutes, that's the show. I'm not sure that this is like some sort of a PR deal with the club, so the players are more connected with the fans, or there's more material to share, or whatever they are doing this with. It's become in Turkey as well. It's become a thing that you have to be sort of celebrating in front of the fans and everything. That doesn't make sense, because the other thing that doesn't make sense, if you win a 3 points with a normal game, like you should have won that 3 points anyway, and they have to put a show of like cheering and sort of shouting with the fans and everything. I can't get the hell out of there. I mean,
okay, here's why ridiculous. I don't agree with that, because I've been to sports games here, and if you go to like an NBA game, anybody in the US can tell you. Like, if you got, like, I went to an NBA game, and I realized it's symbolic, right? It doesn't mean anything. It's not like they're going one by one and shaking hands and thanking you for coming to the game, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But at least acknowledge I'm here. I mean, we went to like a Milwaukee Bucks game, for example. I mean, the game ended. First of all, these assholes play like 82 games or whatever a season. So it's just
Yeah.
another day in the office, pretty much, like a 9 to 5 job, pretty much, right? So win, lose, they're like, whatever, we play again tomorrow night, kind of a deal.
Yeah.
But the game ended, they hugged each other and fucked off. And
Okay.
I was like, okay, like, bye? Like, say, I mean, like, so you guys are leaving or what's going on here? Like, I mean,
What
I
what
understand
do you
it's
expect?
symbolic, but I think at least acknowledge that I'm here, I paid, and I'm not doing the I pay your wages thing, but I paid, I'm here to support you. The least you can do is say thank you. Thank you for being here. Because
No,
we're
I
here
think
for you.
I
If
think
I'm not
you're
here,
putting
you're not playing.
you're putting too much importance to your presence.
I mean, but you
if
should
you
too,
were
'cause
there,
that's why you're
somebody
getting
else.
paid millions.
No, I
You're
know,
getting
but
paid millions because I put a lot of importance in what I do as a fan, if you will.
okay, you paid your ticket to what?
I'm
To
wearing your
watch the
jersey.
game? To watch the game,
Yes.
or to be thanked by the team?
But
You
but
paid, you
at the
watched the
same
game.
time, I don't know. I think the least the player can do. I kind
This
of
is
like that, and we didn't have that growing up in Turkey, by the way,
no,
right?
no, we didn't. I mean, this is the guys, the fans becoming customers, and
Well, they are.
you are now a customer because you want good service. You actually paid the ticket to see the game. The
Yeah, I
game
mean,
is
give me
over.
my
Get
receipt
the
and
hell out
thank
of
me on the way.
there. You have nowhere. You ate your hot dog, whatever. Get the hell out. I mean, the basketball thing, for example, in Turkey as well. They celebrate, they clap, nothing very big, and they walk off. Most of the
That's fine.
time, most of the time, the fans leave. I mean, if if you are looking at it that way, then you have to look at it the other way as well.
It's like, where are you guys going? Like,
Exactly. I mean, in Turkey, there's a lot of. I mean, the fans are cheering the guys who leave. Uh, for example, in the fourth quarter. I mean, there's about 10 minutes, maybe. I mean, 2 or 3 minutes more to play. Let's say it's another 10 minutes. You can't wait for 10 minutes. This is not a football game that is 5-0. It's like 3 points lead or 5 points behind. I mean, the game is not finished. In fact, for basketball, it's just starting, isn't it?
yeah, I
That's
mean,
the
yeah,
part
you
that
might as
you
well
want.
just watch the last 2 minutes of a game, to be honest. Yeah.
Exactly. So the then if you look at the players would be saying, what, where the hell are you going? I mean,
We're still
I'm
playing
playing
down
here.
here. Like, I
It's
don't
like
know.
somebody is like speaking and people just getting up and leaving.
This
Where the
meeting
hell
is
are you
pretty
going?
much over at this point. Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I think it's been too much of a making. This is not something to argue about. But the manager thing, yeah, I think um, I don't think they belong there. You are going to have your press conference, say what you want to say.
Yeah, I think the issue is like when you come out, it's all depends on what you did, right? If you win, it's a bit easier to come out and talk to your guy and be like, yeah, see, if you made that run over there, that was good, right? And then, like, because you won, you thank but I think, if you, after you lost, you go to a frustrated player, you got to read
Yeah.
the room and be like, yeah, if we did that, we would have probably scored or something like that. Yeah, that is not the place. I don't even know what he was saying, but you probably don't want to. I mean, nobody's happy. They should not be happy. I don't want my guy smiling after he lost. I'd rather have him leave the pitch pissed off as a
Yeah.
fan than
Yeah.
saying him like laughing it off, like, joking, leaving anyway. But yeah, I think it was just like a bad timing thing. I mean, I like Frank, and I don't think it was like sign of a problem because they're doing well. But it's bottom line, having watched that game, it almost looks like these are going to be teams that are actually really good squads, but they're going to win some, lose some. There's not going to be enough consistency.
Yeah. That's it.
Saido
I
is in the house. Saido, what's happening, man? It was a wonderful game last night. We're gonna talk about it a little bit over here as we come to Liverpool, which we're almost there, I think. Let me get back to the screen over here. Where are we at? Oh, we are there actually. I mean, I guess we can touch up the other games and finish with Liverpool over here. West Ham 3, Newcastle 1. Your West Ham is trying to climb out of that spot. Do you put
it
money
wasn't.
on it?
I watched this game. It was a 2-1 game, and they were struggling, and they found the third and finished it off. But Newcastle didn't look like scoring at all. Although they had the ball and they were trying to get something out of the game, but I think it was West Ham's day. I don't think it will be an ongoing sort of
Oh,
climbing up the stairs.
so you have more fan in Sean Douche turning Forest around than
Yes. Oh,
Nunez
definitely,
turning West Ham around. Okay,
definitely,
that's
definitely.
probably fair. Who would you say has the better squad?
I think Forest
I think so
again.
too, right?
Yeah.
It's like West Ham has some good players, but they're Saida says they played excellent despite their like I did not watch this match because I
I
got
mean,
better things to do.
they played. I agree with Saidu in this. For West Ham standards, they played exceptionally
The bar is
well.
low.
But did they play excellent football? No, they didn't. I think Newcastle didn't have any teeth again. Uh, Once again,
I'm loving it because I'm getting a lot of hate from like Newcastle fans. Newcastle fans were loving it when
yeah.
Liverpool was doing poorly because of this Isak thing. All our reels had all these comments and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I don't see them around. And this is a team that's like 13th in the league, by the way. So they're like, we don't miss them at all and stuff. I'm like, I don't know about that because you guys
Yes,
are 13th in the league.
yes, they do. And the guy wasn't there as well, was he?
I don't know. I didn't watch this one actually. Was he out?
Yeah, yes.
Aldermont?
I think it was he
Yeah,
out.
Callum
Is
Wilson played. Looks like.
yeah. No, he wasn't playing. I know that much, but is it because of an injury or is he out
He
long
wasn't even
term?
on
I
the
don't know.
bench, so I'm assuming it's an
No,
injury.
he wasn't. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Okay. City 3, Bournemouth 1. Huge game coming up this weekend. Obviously, Liverpool goes away to City. They look like they're playing better. I thought Bournemouth would be able to get something out of them with Semenyo and stuff like that. Didn't happen. Is City back or like this is gonna be City? Because last week after they lost to Villa, we were like, yeah, City's not gonna be consistent.
No, but I don't think they were consistent, to be honest, this game as well. Because I've seen the first half full. I've seen some of the second half. But the game started with a Bournemouth goal that wasn't allowed because of the
Yes.
offside. And then, although they considered they scored again, City looks very vulnerable inside the box from the set pieces. Donnarumma, I mean, he made a few saves as well this game. He had to make a few saves as well. But Donnarumma and the center backs, they don't seem to be getting along. Or leaving each other too many things. Nobody's taking the initiative, especially Donnarumma, and that's how they conceded
I
the
think
goal
that's
as well.
part of being used to a goalie. We see kind of Ederson now, especially at Fenerbahce.
Yeah,
When he's coming out, he's coming out. Like, he might take you out with him. Like, he might take a center back out with him, but he's coming out. Like, he's going at that ball. Whereas it feels like Donnarumma is not as aggressive, even though he's a bigger dude. He's
yeah,
not as aggressive. It's similar to
no,
Mamardashvili. Mamardashvili is a huge dude, but he's not as aggressive coming out to a ball like Ali is, even though Ali, I mean, he's a big dude, but nobody's the size of Mamardashvili. He's like a mountain of a man in gold there. So
Uh, but I agree with Saido here as well. Bournemouth, they looked like they could be coming back to the game, and the way they conceded, especially the Haaland goals.
yeah, like
It was
wide open. How does that happen?
Yeah, but it was stupid. I mean, if they didn't know who's this blonde guy. He looks
It's like
fast.
a finish.
Uh, everybody knows about. The thing is, it looks like when you go back to especially the first goal and the second one that Haaland scored, it looks like the Bournemouth defenders are pulling away from Haaland. I'm not the one to defend him. And so I mean, he had two free runs, free,
Yes.
and if you leave Haaland like that, he will score, and he did. That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, Bournemouth didn't really deserve the three goals, to concede three goals, but those two are just stupid mistakes. Too much free space, and too many irresponsible defenders, I thought.
We'll get to because I do want to ask you. Well, let's get to Liverpool. I mean, Sunderland won, Everton won is the one we didn't cover. We actually watched that at the same time. Well, you fell asleep at the end, I think.
Yes, I did. It was
It
one
was
o'clock in
really
the
late
morning.
over there, so I'll give you that. But
It was a
it
good
was
game, though. It was a good game.
it
The
was
first
it,
half
it
was
felt
very
like
good.
a championship game. The funny thing is, Everton looked more like a championship side than Sunderland did.
Yeah.
Like a side that just came up. If you watched the game and I said, "Hey, one of these just came up from championship," you would say it was Everton. It would you
Yes.
would Sunderland was playing more Premier League football compared to Everton. It felt like.
Yes,
I did not
I think
watch the first 15, 20 minutes though. I
yeah,
turned it on
them
after.
scoring the first goal made it look like that, because they were uh I mean, as soon as they scored, I'm sure they thought, I wish it was minute 90 now. Let's go
Just
home
plant
now.
the flag over here.
Let's go home. We'll play the rest some other time.
Yeah,
So I
let's
think
plant
I
the
think they
fans
were
and get
they
the
were
hell out of
defending
here.
the idea. Yeah.
Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0. And then probably we can add on to that today's game
Yeah.
against Real Madrid 1-0. Obviously, we talked a lot about the Villa game yesterday in the morning show and on the night podcast. I'm doing the morning coffee show tomorrow, so I'll be talking a lot about the Real Madrid game. So I'll ask you, what's your takeaway from watching those two games after enjoying the Liverpool misery the previous 2-3
The
weeks?
Villa game coincided with the Fenerbahce game, didn't it? No, it didn't.
No, because otherwise I wouldn't have.
Coincided with my concert
Yes,
Saturday.
I was gonna say, yeah, no.
Um, so I only watched 15 minutes of it. So Villa game, I watched the highlights only. Real Madrid game I watched yesterday, last night. Um, I think Liverpool was exceptional,
Yeah.
and 1-0 doesn't really tell the story fully.
Courtois has to be. I mean, I know we talk a lot
Yeah,
about Ali being the top three and stuff, but he
yeah,
has to be
he
one.
was he was
He has
very
to
good.
be the best goal in the world. I mean,
Yeah,
just
he was very good
ridiculous
yesterday.
saves.
Yeah, and you had a lot of chances. I don't know if it's the Villa games. Yes, we are back, baby thing.
Yeah.
Or is it the Champions League, and the scene is set to show everybody that we are still here and we are still Liverpool, sort of deal. But I think whatever Slot said in the dressing room, I think it worked these two games. But
Yeah.
I don't feel that. I don't know if you feel that. Are you completely out of the woods? Is all the problems, are they gone now, for
No, I
example?
mean, there's a big test now this weekend. I think the
Yeah.
main thing is we went back to our default settings in terms of the midfield.
Yes,
And
that's the thing.
today, playing Wirtz was very smart there instead of Gakpo. Saido is happy because Saido is a Gakpo hater,
Mm,
as well as a Jones hater. But I think the issues will still be there because you gotta figure out a way to play Wirtz, because you can see how good he is. He is really, really good. I mean, he's an exceptional player. He
yeah,
was very good today. So you had to work him in, and obviously when Isak comes in, you have to work him in. I think we are going to see the future Liverpool. I mean, we talked about this on the Monday night podcast during AFCON. and then you will see a world like a future where Mo is not there, because you almost have to fit Mo in there now and stuff. So you kind of almost like forcing in a couple of pieces. But I think you play a system like this with Ekitike and Isak up top, maybe. We were talking like you might play like a 4-2-2-2 with like Soboslai and Wirtz, and then in front of them Ekitike and Isak and stuff like that. So there will be some more pains as you try to work guys in. I think Slaw realized that it was too much change too fast. When I said this end of summer and stuff, everybody poo-pooed it because, you know, we sign all these players and they're all great players. And they are all great players, but doesn't matter how great you are. This is not the FIFA Ultimate Team. You can't just place the cars over there. They need to play with each other. You can kind of see the moments we went back to Gravenberg, McAllister, Soboslai.
Yeah.
There is like they're like complementary pieces. They kind of like become together, and it's like a huge, awesome. I mean, we were, you know, obviously we watch Arda as a Turkish player, like a young dude, future of Turkish football and stuff. He got lost in that midfield today. I mean, so did Bellingham and stuff. They got kind of like they drowned in that midfield because there was so much running, so much like cohesion and stuff like that. So it's not over or anything like that. I do still think, and to a day like today, they laughed at me when I said this last week on Discord. Kazi did, but I still think this is a team that can win the Champions League, because I think when you go and say today is the day, boys, they can beat any team. I think, you know, you saw that today, because you will rest accordingly, throw them out there. There's so much quality out there. You can go out there and win. The league, I don't know, because I think as you tinker with pieces, you're going to have some hiccups here and there. And I think you're not going to have, Arsenal is not going to have those issues that you will.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it right now. I think probably Champions League is a lot more realistic for this team. But having said that, if you beat City away, you're still in the mix, and you never know.
Yeah, I think it's a big game that's coming up.
So what do you think will happen on that one as we look ahead to the next week?
I think it will be tight. 1-1 is my
really?
Yeah.
I would think a lot more high scoring than that. Really?
No, I think well, would you be happy with a point?
No. I mean, okay. I'll be honest, I would have been happy with a point today.
All right. Okay.
If somebody said, hey, you're going to win one of them, I would have picked the City game, because I feel you didn't have to win today. It just makes life a lot easier.
But right.
You didn't have to win today. But I think the City game is a lot bigger, because you do not want to lose. Arsenal is going away to Sunderland. But
you don't want to lose. But would you be happy with a point? Would Pep be happy with a point, do you think?
I think Pep might be happy with a point.
You think so? Because they need the 3 points more than you, I thought. And being the way being the game at home as well.
I guess that makes a difference. The fact that they're home, they are actually like above us in the league. They're at 19. So yeah, they would probably want to win to be in the race. They're within 6 points.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it feels like, I mean, I'm sure Pep doesn't feel like that. I'm sure Pep feels like, yeah, we can win it this year kind of a deal. Yeah. But I feel like, you know, there's more pressure on Liverpool as a title defender that made all these moves kind of a thing. But like, I would not be devastated if it was a draw. You do not want to lose, because you do not want to go to this international break on a negative note after these last 4 or 5 days.
That's why I think they will be cautious.
So you think both of them will be happy with the draw almost?
Yeah, I think so. At the end of today.
So that's why you're saying it's a KG 1-1.
Yeah. That's what I'm. That's what I think it will happen.
You guys, that's an exciting game right there. Tottenham.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
United. What comes out of that, and will I wake up for that, is a more important question.
Saturday afternoon. That's a good time.
Saturday, 6:30 in the morning is not going to happen, most likely. But go ahead. No. What do you expect out of that?
I would expect a win, actually.
Really?
Definitely. Yes. After the Chelsea game, that we were just talking
you might make that your upset pick.
Would it be an upset, United winning that?
Yes.
Game? You think so?
I would think being home.
So
and their
you would
form and
expect
the
at least a
team.
draw.
Mind you, like you guys are at the
Yeah, it's a point.
same
It's just
points.
yeah.
They concede a lot less than you guys do. God damn.
Yeah.
But Liverpool concedes a lot of goals. So we're conceded 14. Arsenal has conceded 3 goals in 10 games. That's ridiculous, by the way. But I would think it would be an upset. They're home, if nothing else.
Okay, my upset pick is United then. If you say that's an upset, I don't think that's an upset though. I think that's the normal way of
You think
thinking.
United is favored in that game?
Yeah, well, I think so. Yeah, definitely.
That's the definition of upset, bro. Like,
Ah, favorites. I wouldn't say United would be a favorite, but I wouldn't call it an upset if
so
United
it's a
won.
pick'em
You know
game,
what?
you're saying?
Yeah, it's
Then it doesn't qualify for the upset pick. There you go.
okay. No,
You just
but
dug your own grave.
I think we will win. It will be a similar game to the Chelsea game, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know if you'll get as lucky as you guys did in the Chelsea game in the beginning, early
Yeah,
early red card and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
No,
I
no.
think Tottenham is going to win that one.
Tottenham Chelsea game.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so your upset pick for this week.
Pooh. Chelsea play Wolves. Is that a Ten Hag Wolves or a?
I don't know. It feels like they're not going to get anybody till the international break. It felt like, but
No, probably. I think
that's not a lot of like.
I mean two games that are that promise a lot. Not football wise, but it will be very tight two games. One of them is obviously West Ham with Burnley. That is a very good game. That's a 6-point game.
Yeah, it is a 6-point game.
And the other game that I would look forward to, I don't know if you are going to wake up for that, is the Palace Brighton game. That promises to be a good game. I think.
Yeah, that'll be tight. Looks like it's 8 a.m. on Sunday. That'll be a tight one. I might catch the second half. Depends on when I get up. Not setting the alarm for that.
My upset would be Bournemouth then.
Bournemouth at Villa.
Yeah.
Is that really an upset? That's the thing with this week. I don't see a lot of like clear.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the best upset would be Sunderland beating Arsenal, though.
Yes.
Why are they in both games? Sunderland played home, Bournemouth played away, we played away. Tottenham
Palace was home. They're home again.
Yeah, I mean,
I know what happened there. I go with. This is like, I mean, for it to be an upset, it has to be kind of like obnoxious. So I'll go with Fulham getting something out of Everton.
Okay. I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but that's not an upset that I see.
Everton can play a good game. I think they have the people for it. I don't know.
Have Grealish. The other dude got out injured. I don't know what his injury status is.
Who?
What is
Barkley? Ross. They have Ross Barkley still.
I saw Ross. Was that game that I saw Ross Barkley?
Yeah. He came in afterwards.
No, he was at Villa. That's the game he came in at.
That was Villa, wasn't it?
Yeah, Villa, and I was like, holy cow, he's still playing. And is what I was thinking.
Okay.
He came out injured. Like he's the one that scored the goal for Everton.
Yeah.
But he came out injured. If he's out, all you have is Grealish.
Yes.
Going forward. Yes. I like my pick even better now. I'm going with Fulham.
Okay, go on. Mine is Bournemouth, but you didn't count that as an upset.
Yeah, I really didn't. But I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one because really there's unless you pick Wolves, and you'll have to have a death wish. So watch Wolves will like smash Chelsea.
Vitor would be crying his eyes out.
Hey, maybe it's gonna be one of those things that Vitor is gone and everybody's like about time and start playing.
Yeah, do they have the squad for it now? I wonder.
I have no idea. I mean, it's not like a terrible team. They do have something like decent pieces in there. Trying to see like their last game over here. I mean, I really like Larson. I think he's a good player. Like he can get you goals. Their midfield is decent with like Andre and like Bellegarde and stuff. Like it's like a industrious midfield and stuff. I don't know if I don't like their wingers. I think they sold everybody they had, like Neto and stuff like that, so they don't have any danger on the wings, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they have enough, to be honest with you,
No,
to
I
stay up.
think Chelsea will have a
Yeah, I was trying to find an upset, but yeah, that's really digging it. That's you better have a lot of money if you're putting any money on that, because I'm
yeah,
sure the odds are great.
or a referee in Turkey.
Or a referee in Turkey. I bet you Zorbay Küçük is betting on that one
Yeah,
for Wolves. But yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully next week the world will still stay the same direction it's turning now, because for a while it got really freaky, bizarro world, but we're back to default settings. It'll be the international break, so we'll talk some random topics then too, but we'll recap match week 11. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.